So quickly then, we talked about a lot of today about cold snare polypectomy. Please, what is the right polyp? What is the technique, and where can we go with it in the future? Andrea's picture, very great picture. Cold snare is king in not in France, not in whatever year was this, Andrea? Quick. 1781, whatever the year this was, but in 2024, the cold is king, or queen in that case. The first reports were, when was this? What year was this? 1992. And obviously, since then we got better at it. Cold versus hot, yeah. So I think we know that the difference in planes. The point is that with hot snare polypectomy, you are cutting in the submucosa, and with cold snare polypectomy, you are really not here achieving much access to the submucosa. Yeah. So we just get ready for the patient. So we'll get it's whose case? Yeah, it's gone. Okay. So we are in a more superficial plane here, and then we've got fibrosis afterwards, which is small because we didn't go so far into the submucosa. With hot snare, we're deeper in the submucosa. Potentially, we do a lot of thermal damage, and potentially we can either damage the muscle or we can damage blood vessels, which later come back. So why choose cold snare polypectomy? Well, of course, we wish to avoid the previously described perforation and delayed bleeding associated with use of diathermy, electrosurgical energy, hot snare polypectomy. And so these, following the recent task forces, are the indications for cold snare polypectomy. Diminutive polyps under 5. So, John, we don't agree with your definition of diminutive polyp. We think it's under 5, and small is 5 to 10, but we can come back to that. Sorry, 5 to 10, actually, this is also wrong. Non-pedunculated small polyps with ESG and US STF. Non-pedunculated intermediate polyps, 10 to 19. This is an interesting study that Andrea brings to my attention, and it is actually green as well, I guess, to just use a snare potentially for biopsy or a cold biopsy forceps for small lesions. And so I think, we're all pushing for green in endoscopy now, and I think that, we have to consider whether or not we go down a similar route. How do you do cold snare polypectomy? Well, we've shown it to you today. Maria beautifully showed it, I think. Andrea showed it again in the cecum. You need a rim of normal tissue. You need to be cheese wiring or making it bleed with a snare, the thin wire snare. You need to use a thin wire snare. There's no evidence for that statement, or not much. However, those of us who do cold snare polypectomy recognize the positive impact of having a dedicated cold snare to get this sort of rim of normal tissue. And you're aiming for this where the white of the egg is normal tissue. There we go. There it is again. And then inspect and expand.